back with another Orphan Black review. Tonight reviewing Season 3, Episode 8, entitled Ruthless in Purpose and Insidious in Method. It's a long title.
And spoiler alert, if you have not seen tonight's episode, you should probably wait until you've seen it to watch this video, because we are going to talk about it, so possible spoilers ahead.
A lot happened in tonight's episode, but the main thing I want to talk about is we met a new clone, Krystal.
Yes. What's so great about this show is we have no idea how many clones there are, right. So there's always the possibility of introducing new ones. Yeah. So that's really awesome. I really like that.
And Krystal, I don't know, she's a manicurist, or what is the... She does nails.
Yeah, she's a nail technician, I guess.
Yeah, okay, yeah, she's a manicurist. She's a nail technician. And she's kind of very stereotypical nail technician, like...
She's kind of stereotypical captain of the cheerleading squad who then goes into some form of beauty industry. Mm-hmm. Very, very stereotypical of this, where she's got the preppy attitude and she talks to everybody and she's very bubbly. And, yeah. But we discover as the episode goes on that that's kind of just a surface layer. She's actually pretty smart underneath all of that fluff that she portrays to everybody.
And not only that, but she actually knows something is going on.
Yeah, she suspects something. And
she's investigating it.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see more of Krystal, which we will get to more later in this review.
Yes.
The other thing that happened, the doctor from the
Castor compound.
The Castor compound is still alive.
Yes, we weren't sure. I kind of suspected that she would have made it. Why wouldn't she have? Yeah. So
she's such a great villain. It wouldn't have made sense to really kill her off at this point.
But now all of her work that she's been working on, all of that's destroyed. So it's interesting to see where they take that character and how they bring her back from that. Mm.
Also, Helena and Gracie are moving in with Allison and Donnie.
Yes!
And I'm so looking forward to seeing this group dynamic. Because Helena was, of course, captured by the Prometheans, and Gracie is a former Promethean. Mm-hmm. So seeing their relationship and how they interact with each other is going to be fun. But also... They
kind of had a good relationship in the compound. Like,
well, sort of.
I think Helena knew that she wasn't really all Promethean. Like, she wasn't there with everybody else. Yeah. I think they kind of knew that. So... I don't think that'll be too bad. What's going to be funny is Helena with Allison and
Donnie.
And Donnie, yeah.
Especially Donnie, because Helena has a bit of a crush on him.
Yes. Helena's character is always so interesting because as she's been through so much. Mm-hmm. Like, her life has been kind of miserable. But she's almost like the adult version of like a 4-year-old child, and that her mindset is very simplistic. Things are very black and white for her. Yeah. And that's kind of like her interaction with Gracie. It was very black and white. She's like, oh, you're no longer with that group. Okay, we're good now. You can be my kid's aunt. Yeah. Like, it's very, very black and white.
And Rachel in this episode has so much going on. Yeah. She wants Cosima and Scott to steal Krystal's identity and relocate her to Taiwan. Because she's trying to get away from Dyad. From Dyad.
And Delfine especially. She thinks Delphine's trying to kill her.
And Delfine is awful at her job.
Yeah, gosh,
she's so bad.
Rachel and the male doctor at Dyad, sorry, I cannot recall his name right now. They've actually have this plan worked out, so it's almost like they are brilliant, because they convince Cosima and Scott to convince Sarah to break her out and steal Krystal's identity, mm-hmm. so that so she'll translate the book for them. But this whole thing was to get Rachel out, and then so the doctor could then switch Krystal in for her place and send her off, even though Delphine thinks the doctor's working for her. It's so convoluted and it's so twisted, but they had this plan from the beginning, and it would not surprise me if we find out that they are the ones who leaked it to Castor that the book was out to spur this into motion.
Yes, Rachel is she's so devious.
Yes, and she's so smart.
And Delphine thinks she is, but is totally not.
Yeah.
So Rachel's probably 4 steps ahead of Delphine right now.
And after this episode here, I wonder how much of Rachel is an act right now. Like the stuttering and the holding the pencil weird and the wheelchair and all that. How much of that is an act and how much of that is real? Because I think quite a bit of that is an act. I think she's actually a lot better than she's allowed herself to be portrayed.
Yeah.
She's just smart enough to know that this would come in handy if she's handicapped.
She plays helpless, but she's actually
she's
much
using
more capable.
it. Yeah.
Also, Allison confronts Jason about the kiss from last episode. Now, Jason kissed Cosima thinking it was Allison.
Yes.
So Allison decides, she's got to hash it out with him and, put a stop to it.
Well...
that really doesn't go very well.
Well, I think Allison was a little jealous that Cosima got that kiss and not her.
Yeah, clearly.
So I think she used Donnie mentioning it as an excuse to meet up with Jason in hopes that he would kiss her again so that she got to experience that since she missed out the first time, which is very weird but very Allison.
Yeah.
And so that she could rightfully turn him down, be like, what are you doing? I'm married, etc., etc.
She wanted to shoot him down. And
and she's mad that she didn't get that chance. Yeah. So I think that was funny.
I think Allison likes being pursued.
Yes, I think so too.
Yeah.
I think she likes to be desired.
Yeah. And Donnie goes through Allison's phone.
Yeah.
And he texts Jason to meet in the stockroom at Bubbles, the business they just bought from Allison's mother. And Donnie confronts Jason, and he tries to throw down, but Donnie's not a tough guy.
No.
He doesn't really know how to throw a punch. He can take a punch. I mean, Jason decked him a couple of times before he finally, went down. Yeah. But eventually Jason did just knock him out and leave him down there.
Yeah.
But as we know, Helena has kind of a crush on Donnie, so I'm thinking Jason's days are definitely numbered. Because Helena is going to come down hard on that guy.
Like I said earlier, Helena's very black and white. She sees things 2 ways, and he just hurt this good person who's with her sister. Mm-hmm. So he has to die. Yeah. That's how Helena works. It's very, very black and white. Yeah. So that'll be very interesting.
And then what that does with their drug trade.
Yeah. How is that gonna work out? I don't know. Maybe Allison will move up and take his place. I mean, she's definitely smart enough to do it. Yeah. Donnie, on the other hand, needs to just stay at Bubbles.
Yeah, he needs to just manage the soap store.
Stay at Bubbles and stay out of the drug trade.
Yeah. There's a lot of story in this episode, a lot of developing, a lot of events that kind of, I don't know, they intertwine and, people are undermining each other. So we'll try to make this as clear and not confusing as possible. So, there's the book, The Island of Dr. Moreau, with all the codes in it, right? And Scott and Cosima were getting Rachel to translate the codes. But Rudy from the Craster group stole the book from Scott. Delphine found out about it and asked Cosima if they made a copy. Cosima said no, but she was lying, so there actually was a copy. But Delphine figured that out.
Yes.
And engineered and had the male doctor from Dyad and a couple of security guards or whatever break into Mrs. S's house and steal the copy.
And
Rachel.
Yes, Rachel. Who was then switched.
Who they switch with Krystal.
Yes.
Holy shit.
Yeah, there was tons of little twists and turns. Yeah. And
so our main group, our clones, are so far behind the 8 ball right now because they have no idea what any of this other stuff going on. As far as they know, Rachel is
back at
Dyad and not doing well.
Yeah. And
Delphine has the copy of the book.
Yes.
But they can't translate it or anything.
Yeah. They do have one page. They managed to get one page, which they hid before Rachel got taken back. And it
left a clue to London.
Yeah, and I do think that clue will help them a little bit. And like I said earlier, it wouldn't surprise me if that male doctor is the one who leaked the book to Rudy, but it also wouldn't surprise me if Casima's girlfriend leaked it, because she was looking at the shelf and she picked it up like, oh, I love this book, and opened it. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I don't know.
And Delphine's been warning Cosima about Shay for a couple episodes now, about, don't necessarily...
And she's shady.
Yeah.
She's shady.
Which we said when we first met that character, that Shade, I don't know about this character, but I don't know, Cosima is so happy with her right now. I hope Shay isn't
I
a
really
villain,
do, because poor Cosima.
And Cosima deserves so much better than Delphine. Delphine's just awful.
Yeah, Delphine is awful.
And finally, Cosima resigned from Daya. Well, she resigned / was fired.
Yeah, she resigned because she thought they would have the book, and then when Delphine flipped that all on the head, I don't know if she just expected to be able to go back or not, but she doesn't have that option.
No.
And Scott went with her.
Scott got fired.
Yeah.
So where this goes as far as Cosima's illness,
I
don't really know where they're going to take that, because she was getting treatment at Dyad. And will they just cease and desist that now?
Yeah, well, see, she was getting the treatment, and they got bad news. They didn't really say exactly what, but apparently they weren't giving her a very long time left to figure this out. Mm-hmm. But with her resignation, Delphine did give her a copy of the Polish clone's genome or record or whatever. She did give that to Cosima to work with. So I guess she can still pursue this on her own, but she's not going to have the state-of-the-art lab that she had. And I do think Dyad will still work on it, because they need the clones. They need all this information and stuff. So I think they'll still work on it. Just whether or not they share it with Cosima. I mean, they have all the other clones, so I don't know if they'll share it with Cosima or not. But I'm sure they'll still work on the problem.
And I think we touched on all the big stuff there. If we missed anything, let us know in the comments. Also,
don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And we typically do a topic of the week video at least once a week. We didn't this week because I went to bed at 6 p.m. last night, so...
And slept till 7 a.m. this morning.
I was tired.
and then we were working on cosplay all day today.
Yeah. But we will do a topic of the week video, and we need topics for that. So if you have a topic, put that down in the comments down below, and we will look through all of them and decide which one we think we can make the best video for, and that's one we will post.
Okay, thank you all very much for watching. We will see you next time.